Hey everybody, we're back at it. We apologize for the delay here and getting some videos out. It's been a little bit busy. As you can see, our lot's cleaned out right now. We want to give you guys a launch on some new stuff and give you some size comparisons. We're going to bring a BH40D out here later. We're going to do another ZH70D, BH70D video side by side. But right now, we just want to go through the sizes. So your ZH70D, and we also picked out, in our opinion, the more loaded units. So those customers that are looking for the nicer stuff, that's kind of what we picked out here. So your ZH70, nice big unit. Obviously, all have the hydraulic thumb. This guy actually comes in, our website was off for a little bit. It comes in a little bit over 13,000 pounds. So it's a little bit bigger than that BH40D. Also a little bit more money, and we go over that in that ZH70D video. As we go through here, we got our tried and true BH40D. And then the two new models are gonna be a BH40D-2 and a BH30D-2. We're trying to transition into weights, okay? So if it's a 40, it's typically a 2 or a 4 ton class. If it's a 30, it's a 3 ton class. So it's right there around that number of, 8,400 pounds, 8,000 pounds, 6,000 pounds. And that's what you got here. So your BH40D, which runs your Kubota D1703. And then the difference is that. So this guy here is gonna have your Kubota engine. Which has a little bit more horsepower, 34 horsepower, and it's a nice unit. Like I said, we are very, very fortunate to have this unit to be able to show you guys the differences from one to the other. It's a very nice middle-class unit, and for $39,900, I mean, I don't know your area, but around most areas, a 1-ton Bobcat runs right around 32 to 34. So, your E10s and stuff, that's about where they land. So for a little bit more money, you're getting an 8,000 pound unit, still with a Kubota engine. And then when you go into the 30D-2, this is a 6,100 pound unit, and it's got a Yanmar in it. The BH40D-2 also has a Yanmar. So this one has a 3TNV80. This one has a 3TNV88. The guys that like your Deers and your Takeuchis and your Gales, the Yanmar is what's in them. The guys that like your Bobcats, your Kubotas, that's what's in this. So those of you that are trying to match your equipment and you want to stay with the Bobcat, and I don't mean Bobcat, I mean the engine Kubota being used in the Bobcat. Those of you that, you deal with your Deere dealer, they're close and you want to run a Yanmar, that's going to be more your style. I think they all turned out very nice. This is not a secret anymore. You guys know what you're looking at. I'm not going to try to lie to anybody ever. This unit on auction, from what I've been seeing, was doing $27,000. And then obviously you got our groundhog spin to it. We get tinted windows and so on and so forth. You guys know us by now. Very, very nice looking unit. So 27 to 30,000 on some sales. Some sales were a little bit less, but for 31.9, that's where we're at. So we're right there around sale numbers. Remember, with sales, you got buyer's premiums. You don't have anybody to talk to. With us, you talk to us. We have the parts. We get the parts. Stuff like that is why you guys hire us. This one, the same story. This one's 8,400 pounds. And we're gonna do each of these individually. This is just a quick interview for the introduction for each machine. We're gonna use the same one, but we wanted to be able to run, hey, here's your breakdown. 8,400 pounds, 6,100 pound, 8,300 pound, and 13,000 pound. That way you can look at them side by side and say, hey, maybe that 6,000 pound unit would work. Maybe I gotta step up to an 84. Maybe I want a Kubota, maybe I want a Yanmar. So that's the things you're gonna consider while you're looking at these units. And I mean, again, price point we've gone over 100 times, 37.9, 31.9, 39.9, 54.9. If you look at your name brand stuff, I mean, you're saving $65,000, you're saving $32,000, and you still got someone to yell at. You guys are trusting us, that way you have someone to talk to at least. And, we're gonna try to make sure our communication channels stay very clear as we can. We're gonna break this now, and then we're gonna come down to each individual one. We're also gonna pull a BH70 out. We're gonna put it here. We'll probably touch base on it throughout these videos. That way you guys can see it. And then we're gonna cut here. We're gonna move to the next one, and we're gonna do these each individually. We'll see you in a minute. All right, folks, so we're gonna keep going through here. We're gonna show you the BH40D-2. I think this is one of the nicest units that we're offering. The BH40D is a really nice unit. This is, it's just that one step up. You guys can see we have a little bit better decals on them. Still about the same reach and weight. I mean, again, it's gonna come down to layout and then engine. This one has a Yanmar in it. I'm gonna have you take a walk around here with me. And we're gonna show you the ins and outs of these. So again, very simple units. Yanmar engine. Now these do have a delayed start, I would say. So when you glow plug them, you have to make sure you glow plug them. And then once you glow plug them, you can run through and start it. So Yanmar engine, you got 15'4" in reach. You're 69 inches wide. Side swings here on the foot pedals. You got a premium display inside. I know I'm getting ahead of my camera, guys, so I'm gonna slow down a little bit. We got 2-speed. Like I said, side swing, 15'4" reach, 8,400 pounds. So again, it's a machine you can really, and it's got lots of space inside. So when you hop up in here, it looks like more like a Mahindra seat. You got a premium display, which when it comes up, and some of you guys are not gonna like this, I know you're not gonna like it, but it does have some electronics on it. So, you know, that kind of comes with getting nicer stuff. Unfortunately, you gotta have the electronics to run it. So the LCD display actually shows not just dummy lights. You know, your dummy lights are voltage and oil pressure, but it also gives you abnormal preheating, you know, your premature starts and stuff like that. I think there's five or six sensors. Don't hold me to that one. I know preheating's one. I think starter relay is another one, but we'll go ahead and give you a quick rundown on it. We're gonna give you a video, and then we're gonna re-encapsulate the other models so you guys can see them. Obviously, you're gonna have the intro where we've already gone over it, but we did pull up. There's a ZH20 there that is a long track, and there's a BH40D there. Those are units I know you're familiar with, but now you can see them with the other models, and you can step right down through. So we're gonna encapsulate that here at the end. We're gonna do a drive and ride, show you guys the unit. Obviously, it's got a hydraulic thumb on. You guys know by now we do that in every unit, so we'll give you a quick ride here and show you the unit. So the nice part here is it's super quiet. I mean, you guys can hear me. The motor's not screaming. It's picking itself up. Obviously, there's the blade. Nice and smooth. And we haven't even given any throttle yet. So even though that Yanmar engine is not as much horsepower, in this size unit for what it does, it's plenty to operate the unit. And it's got a twist throttle in it, which is pretty neat. And you got that big boom sticking out there, so you still want to plant your blade when you're digging, but I mean, here you go. This is counter action, all right? And then the boom going the other way. So, you know, some of your other machines can't do that. They don't have enough hydraulic pressure. That's why you run your little bit better pumps and so forth. Make sure you have enough PSI, enough gallon per minute to do stuff like that. Because when you're digging, ultimately, you're trying to make a nice smooth transition from top to bottom, and you want your ditch to be nice and level. So when you come out here, and again, that's 15'4" from the front of the machine. So when you come out here, you want to be nice and smooth up through and go. And that happens with, you know, not just a better pump. You got to have a pump that you can run all the functions at one time. Okay. And I clean let go there, so that is, you know, something that doesn't bounce like some of the smaller units. Your thumb here is on a pedal, and then you just flip up the other pedal, and you go side to side. So you always have more degree one way than the other, and it's to your right. Honestly, it's kind of trippy to dig to the side like that. You got to train your brain to come around. But it's a really neat feature when you have to use it. So I just dug out a porch, and I could not get under that porch. And if it wouldn't have been for side swing, oh, I got to pull my blade up. We wouldn't have got it done. And I know my camera guy here wants to end up with the mountains in the back view, so I'm going to do that for him. And all this specs will be on the website, track length, track size, and so forth. So if you guys ever, you know, I'm gonna try to do this the hard way. Usually you go the other way, but there you go. Look at that. We're not killing the machine. Our throttle's not hammering. It's nice and quiet in here. Tinted windows, the whole deal. We're gonna let ourselves down nice and easy, and we're gonna do it from the front. So we're gonna put it on its nose here. See that? Nice and easy. No bouncing, no slamming. Obviously a little bit better decals. I mean, just a decal package on this thing is like $370, which is kind of crazy, but we wanted to make sure that as a nice machine, it represented as a nice machine. So there you go. That's your BH40D-2, 8,400 pound unit, 15'4" on the reach. And then your other units behind you, we're gonna flip around here just for a quick overview one more time. Your BH30D-2 is a little brother, okay? So that unit is, 60 inches wide compared to 69, and it's got an 18-inch bucket compared to a 24, and obviously the ZH20D is the baby brother, and then this is the equivalent with a Kubota engine. So we wanted to give you a quick rundown on those middle-class units. They're very nice machines. Again, the Kubota engine is a little bit more horsepower. That one has a Yanmar into it, and that's gonna be the deciding factor for some folks. You guys can kind of decide what you like. This unit has been around for a couple years now, and I don't know that I've had any service on. One fella needed us, but it was a bleed the line and we ran out of fuel. Just something he didn't know how to do. So, like I said, very tried and true unit. That unit, the plant told me, was in production for a few years. It is the first year for us. And because we like to be familiar with the machines, the first couple units we send out, we like to get the feedback on. And then from there on, we'll carry heavier inventory. So just something to think about. It's a new unit, but it's new to us. That doesn't mean it's new to the world. We just put our groundhog spin on the stuff, and we give you guys someone to talk to. So there you go, BH40D, BH40D-2, BH30D-2. We're going to spin around. We're going to do the 30. And we appreciate you guys watching. If you guys are interested, give us a call, 570-837-1003. The other line is 570-837-1016. We appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you in the next video.